All right, I don't know what's wrong with my editing software. So next video, right now. Why do I always end up doing manual labor? At least the other day I had my family helping me. But dude, we gotta do something with this driveway. You see how cheap this builder was? They cut it in and then, I mean, it's a full half a car combined on both sides. That would be the width that they're short. And it's terrible parking cars in this driveway. And we already have a terrible driveway anyway. Trying to make it a little better. So I'm gonna do this on both sides. Straight trenching it out, taking this stone that I laid down years ago, just widening out, throwing some gravel in there. I don't know. Too much work, not enough time. So this is my problem right here, is these elbows. So if I shrink them down, it'll make the elbow come off like, you know, right there, which will drop it down. I mean, you probably can't tell, but it'll drop it down a little bit, that's for sure. So I'm thinking, let's just cut some of these elbows and then see what happens from there. All right, cut. This should at least sink the part where it connects to the intercooler down just a little bit. Oh yeah, that significantly brought that hump down on top right there. So I'm just going to do the same thing. That worked beautifully. So I do got, hold on the piece of pipe in here to cut because the existing one is going to be too short. It's only got about an inch inside there. And by the time I already tried to test fit it up there, it's just going to be too short. So I'll cut a new piece and we'll go from there. But that definitely works. And just bring that down a little bit. That's going to be perfect. Look how big that other hump is over there. Definitely an issue. And after this, if this doesn't work, I might have to, I'll just close the hood before I cut the pipe. Because the only other thing I could do is remove basically that big bracket that I welded and made and just move the whole thing down probably an inch or two. Actually, matter of fact, I think there's already some holes there. Well, that's going to be a pain with the hood on, but I can get it done. But that'd be the only other option, is to move the whole grate down some. That would give me the clearance that I need. Just finished painting up the windshield wiper motor here. This is kind of the only thing. If you guys have any suggestions on the whole 20 volt to 12 volt thing with the windshield wiper motor, it's painted up. Let's go ahead and mount it up right there as new hardware. Hook up the ground and the power and go from there. First thing you gotta do is go ahead and get this nut on the back side of this. Kind of tricky, but doable. Oh, I do not want to scratch anything. All right, let's take a look under here, guys. Got the brake booster. It's so hard for you guys to see, but I got it mounted up back in there. Also, the brake switch, right? That's what turns your brake lights on and off. It pulls. The only thing I'm gonna be missing, there's a little, like a lock washer only that goes on this. I remember this from my other Humvees, and it just pinches this right here. I don't really know where to find that at, but it's gonna function. Thing's already got some pressure. Nice. Pain in the butt working down here in the trenches. Let's throw in the heater core. There's my wires, plug, ground. Where did this go? I already got the bolts up. I'll go ahead and put this on there for now. However, I'm gonna have to wait till I get the pull handle for the door right here. This just controls the door on the inside. Just gonna barely put them in there because I'm gonna take it back off. Okay, here's my plan here for the TCM, ECM, TCM. I'm thinking about go ahead and mounting it right here. Maybe, this is all tentative. My little fuse box down here, maybe go ahead and put it on the side. I know I'm gonna have a few more relays. I would like to keep all that in the battery box over there, but the way they built this into the harness, I don't know. This section by itself only, it might just have to stay here. Over here, we got, I think I'm gonna mount it right here. This was from the old Duramax. It's just the plastic mount here. I had cut it off a long time ago, drilled all that junk off the bottom because I had another little mount. And I think it'll sit perfect right here. I'm gonna put a piece of rubber under it too, or at least some kind of, I don't know, something. So I'm gonna go ahead and mark my holes here. I got my Sharpie and drill the holes, mark them, mount it. Let's go. Okay, so I got my little thin piece of rubber down there. It's all bolted up. This is what I used right here. Just like some felt, double-sided, nice and squishy. Works perfect. So it's all bolted up underneath there. I haven't had to take back off the brake switch because I couldn't reach it. Shocking. All right, thing looks great. Still got some mud all over it, huh? Let's put this sucker in here. All right. Come on, baby. And snap in there. Wow. That looks amazing, guys. Mounted. Yeah. I love seeing this progress. Oh, I wish one of you guys would come over and wire this thing for me. You have no idea how much I hate wiring. I hate it. That right there is awesome, guys. You know how when you're doing a build and you have these weird things in your head, it's kind of like a marker or milestone maybe. This was actually one of them because I've always seen the PCM, ECM mounted kind of in this area. And I'm like, you know what? One day that'll get mounted there. And you know what? That day's today. Yeah. Okay, so we got all this mounted up. Next is going to be this little mini fuse block. So I took the bottom off. I'm going to mount it somewhere right in here. So that means this is going to sit like that. I don't know. You guys get the picture. It'll sit on top of it right there. I don't know where else to put it. I can always change it, but that's where I'm going to mount it for now. There we go. Okay, I had to do the Jeep for a second time because of a faulty part, and I'll show you exactly why. This makes me very angry when this happens, but it's probably my own fault. Listen to this thing purr. Oh my, beautiful. Sounds exactly like it should. Exactly. Well, this has occupied 2.5 days for me. So here's the issue. Push rods, right? These are the brand new ones that I just put in there. Look how easy this is for me to depress. They should be able to move slightly, but nowhere that kind of pressure. So I put the stock ones back in there because it rattled. After Ava drove it, she drove it to school and back, and she's called me. She's like, this thing sounds like it's about to explode. I'm like, all right, just get here. So lo and behold, I pull them out. Buddy at work I work with, it's like, dude, I bet you it's those push rods. Amazon right here. You know, I can't even think of the name brand offhand, but they're not bad. But this is messed up right here. Should not do this. Shouldn't have this much give. So basically what was happening, this had so much play in it that the rocker was actually slapping part of the head. So they were doing that all the way down that whole bank. So swap these out, put the stock ones back in there, clean them all up, oiled them up, put them back in, put the new rocker arms on there, and boom, quiet as a mouse. But unreal. These were a pain. Cost me 2.5 days. Anyway, let's get back on the Humvee.
I need your help.
Oh, good grief, son. Oh, man. Well, I'm soaked with mud now. Well, at least I got flippy flops on. Oh, for real? Oh, dude. Dude, did you put it in reverse? Oh, wait. I think that's broke too on that thing. This means I'm going to have to get in this. All right. Hang on. Gee whiz. He got out. It's kind of where I wear flip-flops, guys. I know some of you always wonder, like, hey, why do you wear flip-flops all the time? Because I have to come back here in the mud occasionally. Go. Get out of here. Nola. Freaking dog. Nola. Oh, well, there they go. All right, let's see where I left off with the Humvee. OBD 2-port in, splitter in, high beam in, got it bolted exactly where it was before, back there. Gas pedal right here. So here's the wire for the gas pedal. I'm gonna try to get this plug. I'm gonna have to widen this out some more. This is where the old throttle cable came in. I want to try to get that through there, possibly. Bracket. If you guys know who sells a bracket, I thought Plan B sold the bracket for this. They have their own little, metal bracket tubing or whatever it is that fits up to the LBZ pedal. I think the LBZ, LMM, LLY, probably even, I don't know. They probably all fit. I don't think GM ever changed the pedal. I don't know. Could be wrong. However, they do make a bracket down there so where I can mount the actual pedal. I need to get that mounted. So if you guys know where I can get that, let me know. Got my steering wheel adapter in there. I can't open that thing with one hand. I had to open that thing with a screwdriver. Ridiculous. Went ahead and brought up the dash up here. Vents pieces. I still got some other vent pieces downstairs. They're gonna come up in here. I kind of don't want to put those on yet, but I kind of do, just to be able to see what's going on. I don't know. We'll see. Still haven't finished cutting the the intercooler tubing. So I did cut the base of that one. It did shrink it down. Probably can't tell from here, but this one's definitely higher. Still probably gonna shrink this down. If that fails and the hood still won't shut, what I'm gonna have to do is take this whole bracket that I made for all the coolers, drill a couple more holes, and drop the whole thing down just a couple inches. Because if you can see, it don't have much room down here. Don't worry about that scratch. That was when we were installing it. It slid over and it hit the bracket. And I'm like, you can see it right there. Anyways, that's getting on. I got all my nut certs on up here. This is for there's a hood seal that goes right there. I'll put that on. Yeah, it's going good, guys. It's gonna be a wrap for this one for sure. Out of time. All right, dude and dudettes, that's gonna be a wrap for this one. We got a lot of progress on the Humvee. Still got a long way to go. And the interior, some of you guys are saying this thing's about done, and it is not. There's a lot more to go on this thing. A lot, trust me. But inch by inch, piece by piece, it'll get built. It will. It's gonna roll down the road. Hopefully we can get it running and driving kind of soon. I'm just really glad we got all the computer parts mounted up, ECM, TCM, all that stuff. Shoot, we got a lot of pieces in there, a lot of little small stuff. And the biggest part is probably gonna have to happen, and that's all the wiring. There's a lot of wiring that still has to be done on this thing. But just stay tuned for that, guys. We'll see you next time. Take it easy. Like and subscribe. Guys, I'm almost having to stop work on the Humvee because I can't get a video to convert from InShot. I use InShot to make videos and they're not converting. It's going all the way through the saving process and then just saying failed. Every time I've been trying to upload videos for days. I don't know what to do. I'm gonna change the way I do things, editing videos, I guess.